Hello and welcome back to our wonderful Prophecy of Pendor Ironman challenge. And as you can see, we are in another siege, and this is basically a castle very close by to where I was attempting to defend before. And amusingly enough, the Deshaun again decided not to go in, which is perfectly fine. I don't mind that. I think that's perfectly acceptable behavior to make. You know, it's a good decision. Anyway, hopefully we're gonna do okay here. Basically, all I want to do right now is literally just have my people hold position here. And really, come on, Iron Knight, are you serious? Getting himself killed by a desert hunter. Really? That's not very good. Yeah. Anyway, that's probably going to happen more often than not, unfortunately. But hopefully I'll be able to do a good job in actually killing some people myself. And then we will probably try to retreat if we have used all our ammunition. And then we'll probably head back in. I was very tempted to call another campaign for our vassals to come back and help me. But I kind of thought, hey, you know what, I don't know whether that's really necessary, you know, because the problem with doing that is that you're going to have people join you that don't have the best units, and those units are then going to come in to the siege, and then it's just going to cause them to lose more units, you to lose more units, and so on and so forth. And I didn't really want to do that, so I kind of wanted the utmost efficiency that I could possibly get, and that's the reason why I decided I'm just going to go in by myself, weaken the opponent up a little bit, and then see what we can do about maybe, just maybe, being able to take it ourselves, which would be pretty fantastic if we could make this work. Wow, that's a lot of enemies. That is a lot of people. That is a lot of people with a lot of arrows. Wow, okay, I'm actually kind of surprised that they are firing so incredibly heavily, but I guess that's what they're for, you know, that's what they do. Okay, yeah, well, 120 or so units have been eliminated. Guess I'll retreat. And we're going to lose some honor, and we're going to lose some renown, but as I say beforehand, I don't really mind about that. Let's just wait here for a little bit of time. Ah, right. Seems like they are actually coming over here. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest, because I was kind of running around here for quite a bit of time. Oh. This guy actually... Okay. He actually went in to besiege that by himself. Okay. Well, I didn't think that he was going to be that silly, but okay. Oh, they seem to be attempting to take Kelradan Castle now. I do want to go back to Nadar Castle, but we're just going to have a look-see at what's actually going on here. Because I did see one of my new vassals that we gained in a previous episode, and he was running around with 150 units, which I'm very pleased about. I think that's a great amount of units to have. And we're just going to head in here and then just wait here for some time, and we'll see whether they actually decide to go in. Alright, so yeah, they haven't decided to go in just yet, but I am actually attempting to help our one of our new vassals, because he has actually gotten into a bit of a sticky situation. He was coming close to Kelradan Castle, and two of the Deshaun vassals decided to engage him in a field battle, and I thought to myself, no, I'm not going to allow you to, you know, outnumber my friend, my new friend that we have just kind of persuaded to join us, you know. And, well, I got into a battle when the other one had just left. So that's the reason why we literally don't have that many units to fight here. But I don't really mind in the grand scheme of things, because there is another enemy very, very close by. And we're going to see what we can do about tackling him in just a second. So we'll see what we can do about that. Hopefully I'll be able to maybe do some damage to these guys. I haven't really done a huge amount of horse archery lately, so I am going to be kind of rusty about that. But you can see here that so many of my forces are running into the wall here, because this is a very small battlefield. But there are only 3 enemies remaining. Alright, so now we're in a position where we can actually tackle the other vassal that was attempting to gang up against our friend. And, well, let's just say that he doesn't have a very good army whatsoever. As you can see right here, he has mostly an army comprised of conscripts and warriors and relatively low tier units, and a huge amount of people without that many shields, which is an absolute joy to see, especially for someone like myself who has primarily an army based on ranged combat. And you can see here that most of the desert hunters will inevitably get murdered by our superior ranged forces, or at least I hope so. I'm actually kind of surprised that that spearman got that close, but yeah, this is kind of a bloodbath. And I thought to myself, maybe I should just charge in, you know, maybe I should just charge straight on in. But then I thought, no, we're going to take the slightly cautious, more cautious route, because he had about 120 units, and I think he could do quite a bit of damage if we allowed him to do so. And that's kind of the thing that I want to try and prevent. So if we do eventually need to charge in, then of course I will do that. And I think maybe relatively close. Actually, let's just do that now. Let's just charge everyone in and we can see whether we can just eliminate them relatively quickly. I am actually going to tell my people to hold their fire, tell my cavalry to hold their fire, and just use their melee weapons. Because Doom Mace plus Horse, most likely going to get a kill, you know, most likely going to get a kill from that. So pretty happy with that. And we'll see if we can maybe take out this guy ourselves. And then we'll see what we can do about Cordagoth Castle. But maybe it will just be one of those things where they decide to basically just waste our time, really. You know, if they waste our time, then it's, well, not that good, is it? You know, we need to kind of make a bit of a judgment call whether we really want to allow Cordagoth Castle to potentially be taken. Because, of course, it is a siege tower siege. And I absolutely... I loathe those. I very much loathe those. I'm not a big fan of them whatsoever because it just takes so long to construct the equipment themselves. I actually don't mind the actual siege when you're actually in the battle itself, but the setup just takes a huge amount of time, and I'm not a big fan of that. But anyway, point is, do we really want to take it back, and do we really want to risk having to do that? You know, that's the main thing that we have to ask ourselves. Alright, there's the victory. 11 renown, 15 morale. We lost literally one person, which I gotta say is pretty good, considering the enemy had 109, and he had a grand total of 15 Ghazi Stalkers, so they technically had a pretty good chance of eliminating more of us, but thankfully we were able to defeat him. Now, this guy is sadistic, so I'm just gonna be letting him go. I don't really... I value the honor more, obviously, and I'm not going to try and get him to join us because, let's face it, we really don't want someone like that is going to constantly complain about not getting a fief or something along those lines. I'm actually just going to take every single person I can here. I don't... Can pilgrims actually even level up? Let me actually just take a quick look at that. Yeah, they can. Ah, great. That's very nice. Okay, so let's level up those Barclay units that we gained in the previous episode, and we'll level up these as well. There we are. And yeah, they become musketeers, which is actually really cool. So hopefully they're going to do a good job with their wonderful guns. And otherwise, we will just go into Cordagoth Castle. Hopefully they're not going to try and intercept me, because they actually did try to do that beforehand. As you can see, we have our friend over there being a little bit indecisive. Do not get caught again, because I'm not going to help him again. Just bear that in mind. I would like for him to stay as safe as he possibly can. Are you serious? Stay as safe as he possibly can as he gets murdered by some Singalian raiders. I will go and help him. Are you serious? Alright, I'm just going to go in and attack. Why not? Let's just auto-resolve it. He's, once again, being happy that we helped him. And, yes, I can't believe this guy. Okay. A Deshaun lady in waiting. That's actually a really nice way to gain some honor. So I'm pretty happy that we were actually able to gain one of those. And we are going to speak to them very quickly. And receive a ransom. No, that's fine. We'll just gain some honor. There we go. Seems good to me. And otherwise, we still have more level ups to do as well. Alright, so after this, I'm actually just going to show you the general overview of the map here as well, because I think I did show you a little bit of it in the previous episode, but I just wanted to show you that not much has really changed from episode to episode. And, oh, there is actually a Noldor tournament going on right now. Oh dear. Do you think I can make it? Oh, I hope I will. Alright, I made it. Literally just in time, I think. It is late in the day, and I'm really... Oh, wow, I was really worried about that. Now, you know what's going to happen? Because I'm a little bit on tilt, because I almost forgot about the Noldor tournament. I'm going to probably lose. So mark my words, mark my words. Anyway, 4 teams with 6 fighters each. Let's see if we can do something here. I've got to be a bit careful, because obviously these are Noldor, and they are generally very good at what they do. Oh no. There we go, there's the Twilight Knight. Okay, phew. That's all I needed. That is all I needed. Okay, that is fine. And we also eliminated the Noldor Warrior and a couple of others. And there you go, there's another one. Why am I eliminating so many? I have no idea. I guess I will just try and eliminate a couple of extras just because. I'm actually just going to retreat now, and then we'll just go on to the next round. 4 teams with 4 fighters each. Oh yes, thank you for giving me a shield and a sword. I'm very happy with that. Okay, I can't believe I almost forgot about this. I actually said to myself in the previous episode, you know, I was thinking to myself, okay, we've got to remember that there's a tournament coming up. You can't forget about the tournament, you know? There we go. Not too bad. All right. Thankfully, I think I did kill 2, but I'm going to be careful anyway and just kind of see through to the end of this round. And then we'll see if we can... there we go. We'll see if we'll need any more, but I don't think so. No, there we go. That's it. Okay. So, yeah, another 4 teams with 4 fighters each. Very strange. Okay. Just going to tell my people just to hold position actually here. Gonna try and shoot the enemy archer. Nice. That was Julia. Wow, she took so much damage to get taken out. Wow, what a crazy unit. Okay, so yeah, otherwise we're doing absolutely fine here, as you can see. Yes. There we go, there's another one. Okay, that's great. And now I think I can probably tell my people to charge in. We're using the hold position strategy here, just to give ourselves a little bit of an extra chance of victory, but bear in mind that those of us without any ranged weapon, if they get told to hold position, then they're probably going to get killed. So it is a bit worrying to do that, but there are only 2 teams here. See if I can eliminate the archer. There we go, and try and take out the other one as well. Oh, he's going to be a little bit of a strafing guy. Oh no, there we go, and we took him out as well. Very nice. Okay, so this is tier 5. Ooh, okay. Penultimate round. Let's do it. 2 teams with 1 fighter. And it is... No, you know it's going to be a Twilight Knight, right? You know it's going to be a Twilight Knight. What do you say? I'm just literally going to try and get into range because this guy's going to be way too effective from range to actually, you know, for me to be actually able to beat him. Oh, that was just a ranger. Wow, okay, that was actually just a ranger. I'm very surprised. Anyway, there you go. Last round. What is it? It's a Noldor Noble. Okay, that might be problematic. I am on a horse, though. Or not, maybe not for long. Maybe not for long. Oh, that was close. Okay, actually almost got myself killed there, but thankfully we are victorious. And we're getting a weapon pack. Well, I gotta say that the weapon pack is actually not even that bad. As you can see right here, they're giving us a tempered Noldor rune sword, which is... yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I personally like the balanced one a little bit better because it has 3 more speed rating, but this has 2 more damage on either on both the cutting and the piercing, or 1 each, should we say. And we also gained a reinforced Noldor Enchanted Shield, which is fantastic. I've been using this for a while, and it is one of the best shields I've ever used. So I'll probably give that to one of our companions. By the way, we lost Kelradan Castle while I was on the way here. Alright, so we're currently in a battle against another Deshaun vassal, and, well, I actually took back Kelradan Castle myself. There were about 200 units in the garrison there. Can you believe it? Yeah, they actually put a bunch in there to defend it. And it was not that difficult to take it this time around, because I think they had mostly put in relatively low to mid-tier units. Nothing too drastic, you know, 10, 15 Ghazi Stalkers, that's basically it. So we took that back relatively easily, and now we're in a battle against the Deshaun next to Nadar Castle, because I actually wanted to take Nadar Castle as well. And I'm hopeful that we will be able to do it, because I would like to be able to give one of our new vassals an additional fief to look after, and indeed to increase their army size. So hopefully we're going to be able to do that. At the moment it is looking very, very good indeed. As you can see, the enemy has... I'm not even sure what they're doing. They seem to just be charging straight at us with archers and stuff, and it's really not working, is it? Not at all. Look at this. Even their Ghazi Stalkers are being taken out by me on a horse, with horse archery. I can't believe it. It's kind of crazy. But there you go. It's I mean, every now and again you gotta be doing well sometime. You know, me specifically. I mean, we've got to be a bit careful about that guy with the lance. Isn't that a Heretic Magnus? That looks like a Heretic Magnus to me. Can my guys actually kill him? I'd appreciate it. Anyway, let's tell our cavalry and so on and so forth to charge in. There are only 32 enemies remaining. This guy actually had about 140, I think. 140, 130, something along those lines. Oh, we've actually advanced in level. Can you believe that? Wow, it's taken me a long time to actually get to that, even though I've been killing things almost all the time. Kind of crazy. But yeah, we're going to take a look at our stats after this. I believe my previous level up, I asked you for advice. And I might actually do the same in this one, because the last level, I basically put 2 points in persuasion, because being able to persuade enemy lords to join you, that's a pretty worthwhile, you know, thing to be able to do. And so, you know, maybe it actually helped us to gain those lords, who knows. But the point is that having a little bit of extra persuasion never hurt anyone, I suppose. But otherwise, I have no idea what other skills that we're going to go for. Maybe something, I don't know, maybe something boring like Power Strike. I don't think I really need Power Strike anymore, to be honest. I think if I can kill enemies with 1 or 2 hits, then that's all I really need. And obviously Iron Flesh is maxed out. It's been maxed out for a long time now. What else do I have? Maybe Weapon Master? No, I think that's pretty good as it is, because we only have 1 in Weapon Master, and it doesn't really do anything else apart from increase your proficiency maximum cap. And, well, it's actually pretty far away from actually being useful, because I'd need to put like 6-7 points in it to actually be useful at this point. So that's probably not going to work out too well. But we're going to take a look at our character sheet, and we'll see. Alright, so after that particular battle, we're now taking a look at our character sheet. So you can see here I have 10 in riding skill, 10 in shield, 10 in power draw, 10 in iron flesh. And of course I would like to level up something else. I could go for some more persuasion, which would make maybe quite a bit of sense. I could go for another point in intelligence and gain 2 more points in persuasion. But I don't really know what else to go for. We could go for, I mean, pathfinding, I guess. I mean, 9 we have in it right now. I don't think we really need more, do we? Maybe. We could go for more trainer skill, but as I've said before, trainer skill is not really what I'm doing. My companions are pretty good at that as it is, I think. And most of my units do tend to level up from fighting anyway. Looting is not really something that I particularly need to increase any further. Horse archery is basically how it should stay, because you don't gain anything extra from giving more points to it. And athletics, well, of course athletics could always help, but as I say, I'm not really needing it, you know, like a super hardcore amount. Inventory management. Now this thing might actually make sense, but is it going to be as helpful as speccing into persuasion? Probably not. So I'm going to go for another 2 points in persuasion, because being able to persuade lords and, well, basically anyone to do what you want, I think that's a pretty good idea, especially considering we probably want some more allies in the near future. All right, wow, okay, I was not expecting this at all. I really didn't expect to have the defenders sally out at this point. I'm at Nadar Castle right now, right? I'm at Nadar Castle, and I would not have expected these guys to come out to meet us when they only have 200 in the garrison. Usually when enemies sally out against you, you have much less than the opponent. I'm very surprised. I have no idea what they're deciding to do here. I really don't. But, okay. I guess if they want to do that, then that's their decision. I think it's a bad one, but it's their choice, you know? It's their choice to go for it. And maybe they know what they're doing, because they have a huge amount of ranged units over here. And these guys do quite a bit of damage, you know? Especially in critical mass like this. They have so many units. And our guys are maybe having some difficulties with them. Ooh, they do damage to me too. It's kind of... it's not very good, is it? So let's see if I can just... Oh, did you see the wave of Iron Sergeants and Knights coming in? Very slowly, I might add, because they don't have the best athletic skill, but, you know, they're coming in and they're going to absolutely bonk everyone on the head with their wonderful blunt weapons. So, yeah, and these guys are running away from us, literally running. Wow. That's kind of crazy. Considering they sallied out, I just can't believe they decided to do this. Look at this. We've actually eliminated 100 units from the garrison, and this makes it even easier for us to take the overall castle. I have no idea why they decided to do it. This is very rare, in my opinion. I've not actually seen enemies sally out when there are less than what I have in my army, so it's a bit weird. Anyway, 21 renown. And 17 morale, and we lost 7 units. I mean, I guess that's pretty good for them, to eliminate 1 Iron Knight, 1 Iron Sergeant, and a couple of Maiden Adventurers. But yeah, kind of weird. Anyway, let's lead our soldiers in an assault now, and I will literally just... I don't even think they have enough to even send in an additional wave, because I think they have about 200, or they had about 200 before the sally out. But now they probably have even less than that. So I'm going to be very surprised if they actually have anything of note to be able to defend with. So I'm thinking that maybe we should just charge in, to be honest. Maybe. I don't know. Basically, it comes down to 1 or 2 things. Is it going to be likely that we will get absolutely massacred if we charge in here because they have so many ranged units? Maybe. But let me actually just take a quick look. No, they don't have that much range at all. So I'm actually going to tell my people just to charge straight on in. And this is going to be quite funny because... these guys, yeah, they don't know what's going to... They don't know what's about to happen. They don't know. They don't know what is about to happen. They are going to get absolutely murdered. Or at least I hope so. Okay, come on, let's do this. Bear in mind, I've got to be a bit careful here. Because I am being targeted down. As you can see. I'm actually kind of surprised I took so much damage. So, yeah, definitely not something to be overconfident about, that's for sure. But my shield is just an absolute beast. I don't think it can ever be destroyed. I mean, it probably can, of course. Like a lance or something maybe might be able to do quite a bit of damage to it. But I don't think it would be able to destroy it. And there you go. I think that is indeed a victory for us, and that is Nadar Castle falling before the Imperium of Iron. And, well, that's pretty good. I like it. I like it. We're doing actually pretty nicely against the various castles in the area. I'm a bit daunted by taking on a town at the moment. I think we might have to be a little bit, maybe a little bit more powerful for that. Maybe have more Iron Sergeants, more Iron Knights, more general high-tier units. But otherwise, I think it would probably be a good idea for us to bring some vassals with me. That would probably be quite helpful as well. But anyway, let's take a look at what we have here. I did lose quite a few, so we can actually take some people that are pretty good. So we'll see what we can do. Now, the Vekavi units are, in my opinion, decent. But they're not the best, so I'm only going to take the Knight from there. And I guess we could take some war priests, even though they have no shield, which is kind of a shame. Okay, what else do we have here? Desert hunters. Yeah, these guys are all fit to be taken prisoner, so... horsemen are usually pretty good. What about the desert hunters? I don't know whether desert fighters or desert hunters are better. I think hunters are better than fighters. But anyway, there you go. And now we get a chance to give this to someone. I think I'm going to give this to this guy because he was very brave about how he was fighting the Deshaun vassals earlier on, even though he was a bit stupid, I guess, because he was outnumbered. But his intention was right and was in the good place. So why not? Let's give it to him. Wow, I am having so many raids going on right now. It's not even funny. There are so many Deshaun vassals raiding various villages, like this one, for example, right here, and this one. I don't know where was the last one that they raided, because I don't see. Ah, there. Yes, there is one over there attempting to take that, but hopefully Roland or Alistair or someone will actually decide to do something. Seems like my vassals are really, really passive for some reason. But anyway, let's see exactly how many units they have in this castle right here. 335. Seems like that's kind of like the standard that we're going to be seeing in various garrisons. You're going to mostly see around 300, which I think is pretty good, at least in the castles. In the towns, on the other hand, there's usually around 600, 700, dependent on the town, of course. But as you can see, High Pass Fortress, that's going to be a very, very difficult one to take. 330 units in there, plus a couple of vassals. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm actually just making my way on to a Fyrdsvain fief right here because I would like to sell all my prisoners for 12,800. That's going to cover the wages for this week, which is going to be nice. And do I have to sell anything else? Oh, yeah, by the way, I gave my companions the new shield, and they swapped out this one. They swapped out this one, which is basically just as good. And they also swapped out this sword, which is pretty good in my opinion. No one else wants it, and no one else wants this shield. I assume this shield is just too high in terms of its shield requirement for them to be able to use it, but guess I can't really do much about that. Anyway, there you go. We've done quite a bit of expansion in the past couple of episodes, and we now have the opportunity to launch a strike against Singal, or I could actually go and take Valenbray itself. However, this might poke the bear, as it were, of the Fyrdsvain, and they might decide to declare war against us to take it back. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.